Yo guys, what is up? We're here with another prize picks and match prediction video on the channel. And on this one, I'm going to cover both matches that we're going to see on June 29th for the Euro Cup. Finally, the knockout stage went by pretty fast. Kind of sad. We're in the tail end of the tournament or halfway through the tournament. But, once the group stage ends, you feel a little bittersweet because, I don't know, it sucks when you go from having, two matches every day to having 2 or 3 days between matches. But here we're gonna go ahead and see. We have first we're gonna have Switzerland versus Italy, and Germany versus Denmark. It's gonna be the second match. So for Switzerland versus Italy, as you see, the odds are in Italy's favor. Obviously, there are more historic team, Italy with 4 World Cups, and they're a plus 150. Obviously, they're not a heavy favorite. Switzerland is a plus 235, and the draw is at 190. Now, the thing that I would tell you guys for this, I like this one to be a draw, and it's kind of something that I explained in the bracket video. When you pick one of these teams to win, they have to win outright, in the 90 minutes plus additional time, right? Say for example, if I pick Switzerland to win the match, right? But then they go to extra times or even penalties, and Switzerland eventually wins on penalties or even in extra time, I'm still going to lose that bet because I bet on Switzerland to win the match. The only way to get around this thing is to pick Switzerland to qualify, which is a different bet than picking the team to win. So what I like in these, I would definitely go ahead and just pick a qualifier, is what I'm gonna say. Like, so if I like for Germany versus Denmark, if I like Germany, I'll pick Germany to qualify instead of to win the match outright, which is a different bet, right? But like for the Switzerland versus Italy game, I do like the draw. I feel like it's gonna be a super close game. So in terms of like in the 90-minute match, I think it'll be a draw in the end. I feel like we're gonna see extra times. Italy is good, but Switzerland, they haven't lost the match yet. They beat Hungary, and although they tied against Scotland, but they also tied against Germany, and that was just a last-minute goal from Germany from, was it Fulkrug? So Germany just barely tied against Switzerland. So yeah, Switzerland is yet to lose. Italy lost one against Spain. Then they won, or they tied up last minute in their last qualifying match in the group stage. So I like the draw here on 190, and I don't know. That's the way I see the game playing out. I feel like it's gonna be super close. And if you ask me who's gonna qualify, I think I'm gonna go out and kind of go out on the limb and say it's gonna be Switzerland. I don't know. I just believe in Switzerland a little bit more because it feels like the underrated teams are finally they're doing very well. Like Switzerland and Austria is also doing amazing. But yeah, so I like Switzerland. I like the draw in the overall 90 minutes. But as a qualifier, I like Switzerland. For the second team, I think this one's easy for me. I'm not going to bet against Germany. Again, they haven't lost either. Their last match in the group stage was a little weird, but I understand they probably played the match knowing they were going to qualify no matter what. So it was probably tough in that regard. So Germany versus Denmark. Germany, obviously, they're at home, minus 170. They're obviously the favorite. Like I said, Denmark is still put on a good game, but I don't think they're going to get over Germany. I think Germany is going to get over the line. I think their players are going to be ready to play. And the last game, Germany didn't play to full potential. They kind of rested a little bit as well. So, I still like Germany to win. And I like Germany to win in the 90 minutes, so I would take that minus 170. Because I don't think this is going to be a close game, which is going to drag out the 90 minutes. And, Germany has to win over the extra times. I feel like if it were to get that far, it'd be a little worrisome for Germany. It wouldn't be a good sign for them. But I like Germany. Obviously, if you're going to pick the qualifiers, Germany, but you can also pick the money line for Germany. I think they could do it in 90 minutes here. Now, let's go ahead and see the prize picks on the left side of the screen. and there's finally a lot of good ones that we're going to see here. So first we're going to cover the Italy versus Denmark. So we see right here, Italy, Bastoni 79.5 passes attempted. Against Croatia he had 82, against Spain he had 65, Albania 114. This was a very close one for me. Not one that I'm gonna play because it is too close for my comfort. You see, against Croatia he had 82, but I like the under on this one still. I don't think Switzerland is gonna right back down from Italy and kind of concede possession. I don't think Italy is that type of team either, in which they dominate possession of the ball. Watching them over these last 3 games, except against Albania, but that's understandably so because Albania is probably the worst team in that group, and they were never gonna make it in a group with Spain, Croatia, and Italy. But yeah, I'm leaning on the under on this one for Bastoni. And then some of the other ones that I really like, we see Denamrk, 36.5 passes attempted. This one's also a little bit tough. 36.5 is a line. As you see, the only game he went over this was against Albania. Spain, Croatia, he wasn't able to. So I kind of like the under on this one as well. And again, these PrizePicks, these picks are in the 90-minute portion of the match. Say they went to extra times, I don't think these count as well, even if it goes to the extra time. So these are all in the 90 minutes. So I like the under on this one for Denamrk as well. And now we're going to get to some of the overs that I do like. Donnarumma, 2.5 saves. I like the over on this one. I think Switzerland can get a few good shots on Italy. And I don't think Italy's going to be, a super tough team to crack. Switzerland, if they could hold their own against Germany, and if they haven't lost the match so far, I feel like this is a good over to take on Donnarumma on goalie saves. And then last but not least, for Italy, actually not the last one, but this one I do like. 71.5 passes attempted. I do like the over on this one. I think he can barely get over this line. Jorginho is the player that runs the ball through, which Italy runs their ball through the most, or maybe not the most, but very consistently. As you see, against Albania 131, that's a super high. Against Croatia at 77. This one, I think he can get over this line because this game's going to be super close, and I feel like it's going to be one of those games in which they, it's going to be very stuck in midfield, battling out right there in midfield. And I think you can easily get over this line. Probably going to be close, but I'm leaning on the over for that one. And the last one that I do like for Italy, I might have seen it earlier, but I don't see it right now. Okay, yeah, Pellegrini. I really like Pellegrini. He's been very surprising for me. Pellegrini, 2 shots against Croatia, 3 against Albania, 1 against Spain. I like the over on 1.5 shots for Pellegrini. I think he can get over 1.5 shots easily. And obviously there's a demon here, or 2.5. Obviously stay away from the 2.0. But the 1.5, I think he can get over on that one. I don't know. I just really like that one for him. This one is not one that I was going to look at, but let's go ahead and see Switzerland. So Switzerland. Fabian Schär, 48.5 passes attempted. Against Germany, he had 33. Against Scotland, 58. Hungary, 45. This one is a little tough. I think he is going to get under, though. I do think both teams are going to divide possession very evenly and very equally, in my opinion. So I think he can get under on this one on 48.5 passes attempted for the defender for Switzerland. And then we're going to go ahead and see right here, Granit Xhaka. A lot of people are taking this shot on target. As you see, he's getting at least 1 shot on target in 4 of the last 5 games. One of those is in club level, or 2 of those are in club level. But so far in the tournament, he's gotten one shot on target. So it's a nice one to take if you see that he's on a roll. He's good at taking shots outside the box. So I don't see why he wouldn't take another shot out the box and kind of hit it on target like he usually does. So I kind of really like that one as well. And then one of the final ones that I want to take is, where is this guy? Jan Sommer, 2.5 saves. He hasn't gotten over this line at all, but I think this is going to be an over for my in my opinion as well. Just for the fact that, like I said, this game's going to be close, and I feel like in those closing minutes of the game, I feel like that's when the teams let off a little loose sometimes. Although this one, if they're tied, they're probably going to settle for a draw and go into extra times. So, I could be wrong, but I do like this low line of 2.5. I like the over. I think both teams can get, both of these keepers can get 3 saves in the 90 minutes. So I really like this one as well. Now let's go ahead and look into the Germany versus Denmark game. And right here, we're going to see. So a lot of people are taking Rudiger to get one shot. And, deservedly so. He has 2-1-1. Especially because he's a very great aerial threat. So if this is one that you would take, I think 0.5 shots is nice to take. Like I said, in corner set pieces, he can get a shot off. He can get a good header. And so, like I said, I really like this one if you're willing to add, a little more, risk to your bets, to your picks. So that's a nice one to take. This one, obviously, Jamal Musiala, 2.5 shots is a demon, right? Yeah, so 1.5 shots. I think it's an easy goblin. It's a knockout match. I think Germany's going to come out aggressive because they're at home and they want to win this. They don't want to prolong this into extra times because, that just looks bad on them. And it creates more worry. And, so Musiala, 1.5 shots is a nice goblin. But even the demon, it's a decent one, although that's not one that I would play, but it's not one that I feel uncomfortable with because it is Musiala. It's probably their most dangerous player up top in terms of creating, space, creating chances, creating and getting guys open, or even creating shots for himself. So even the demon is nice if you want a little more risk there. The one that's not at 3.5, maybe that's a little high. And, I could be wrong. If Denmark goes down up early, he might get over 3.5 easily. But I don't see, Germany getting low or going down early. I think Germany is going to control this game and win it for sure outright in the 90 minutes. Joshua Kimmich at 68.5 passes attempted. He has met this line in the group stage every single time. Against Switzerland, it was a little closer, but understandably so. I do like the over on this one as well. I don't know if you're going to see, for example, him being too involved in passings in this, considering it's a knockout stage, and against Switzerland he only had 69, and against Hungary he only had 73, so he's just barely getting over the line. But I do see Germany kind of controlling the ball, even if they're up 2-0 by 2 goals, maybe 3 goals. I see Germany just passing the ball in their back line, kind of trying to kill the game, kill the time. But I'm leaning on the over on 68.5 passes attempted for him. And then finally for Germany, a few that I'm gonna like right here. So there's no Tony Kroos pass attempted, which I always like. But Kai Havertz where is he? Right here. 1.5 shots is the line. As you see, he's getting over 1.5 in the last 3 games. Switzerland obviously makes sense. They were down 1-0 and they were trying to score at the end, so he took a lot of shots there. But 1.5 shots as a goblin is a nice one for me. I think even 2.5 shots is a nice one. Not as much as Musiala in my opinion, but I like the 1.5 goblin for him. Manuel Neuer, 2.0 saves. I don't like the 2.0. if you like to take the under, I don't feel uncomfortable taking it. But I don't know. This is such a weird one. With I see him getting 3 saves easily, and I see him getting less than 2 saves easily. So this is not one that I recommend for you guys, in my opinion. I don't like this one, considering it's just a flat 2.0. But I'll leave that to you guys to decide on that one. And finally, we're gonna go ahead and see the Denmark players. Oh. All right here. Okay, so we have Christian Eriksen, 1.5 shots. As you see, he's going over 1.5 on each of the last 3 games. So this is a nice goblin that you would take, and I would say the goblin is way better than the demon, just because the goblin, obviously it's an easy play, but I don't think it's a super likely play considering that they're playing Germany. It's going to be a tough match for Denmark, because especially since Denmark, they've played England, Slovenia, and Serbia. England, I don't know, they decided to defend against Denmark, so they gave up possession. I don't think Germany's going to play like that, so I feel like the over on this one is better than this one. I find it unlikely that he gets over this one, so the goblin is better for him. And then right here, we're going to see Holzberg. 56.5 passes attempted is the line. He did it over England, Slovenia, and Serbia. And on this one, I'm tempted to take the under. I know he's meeting this line very consistently, but again, they haven't played a team that's played as well as Germany. Germany is, in my opinion, the first or second favorite to win the tournament, especially with being at home. So I kind of do like the under. I think Germany's going to take possession and fight for the ball and probably get more possession of the ball throughout the game. So I like the under on that one. I know people are probably taking the over, but I do like the under on that one, in my opinion. And then, not that one. Last but not least, the one that I wanted to look at was Christensen from Barcelona. 51.5 passes attempted. As you see, England, Slovenia had 89. England, Serbia, 51, 52. I like the under on this one. I think this is an easy one for me. It's a nice pick. Andreas Christensen, like I said, Denmark has not played a team that's played as well as Germany. England was supposed to be that team in the group stage, but I don't know. England, they're just so weird. I don't know what's wrong with them. The coach plays them like he has a mid team. He's playing like if he has a team that's fighting to qualify, when England should be a team that's cruising through the group stages, especially with this group. Denmark was probably the toughest one in my opinion, but I like the under on this one for Christensen. I think it's an easy one. Germany probably dominate possession of the ball, so I like the under on this one. And with that, I leave you guys this video. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know which picks you like, which ones you don't. Recommend some to us. Maybe I could create more posts during the day before the matches start to see which ones appear on PrizePicks. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys are liking and not liking.